Run, river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run over me.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis. Welcome to be my guest. Today we have Matthew Bachtold with us, and he is the director of our Upton Town Library. Welcome back, Matthew.
Thanks, Jan. I think it's been a while. You had me on the show early in my Upton Library career, but
it was before
good
COVID.
to be back.
Remember? Yeah.
It was long ago.
It was,
yeah.
It was remarkable. The studio, we had to change the studio around because people were sitting like right next to me. So we sort of did like a backflip. But we've got a lot going on, and Matthew's going to share with you about our new community center coming up. And most of us know there's going to be a new library, and there's going to be a new senior center, and there'll be obviously the playground for the kids. This is going to be wonderful. Matt, tell us about how the progress is right now and what's coming up. He brought some great pictures if we can show you.
Absolutely. I have some pictures to show, and we're filming this in early January.
Mm-hmm.
So right now they are well along with the construction. They've been working on it for just over a year. They started in December of 21, and now they're getting to the final stretch. They're working on the finishes. They're doing the interior painting. They've got the ceilings going in. Couple weeks from now, they'll start working on the flooring. And then we're getting all our furniture delivered at the beginning of March. And we'll get everything arranged in there. They'll do the finishing touches. And our goal is to open the doors to the public on May 1st.
May 1st. I got to write that down.
And we're going to have an official grand opening dedication ceremony on June 14th, which is the anniversary of the founding of the town.
When you walk in, the library is the biggest part of the building, right? Am I right?
Yes, we designed the building from knowing that both departments were going in there. So it's very blended. There's different uses all throughout the whole building, but there are two entrances. And the larger entrance on the very front of the building is go directly into the library space, and then the second entrance goes directly into the Council on Aging Senior Center space.
And then the play area is right outside the senior center, right? Am I correct?
It's on the other end. It's actually right off the children's library. Let me bring up one of the. I have lots of pictures. Okay, sweet. So this is this one. If you want to zoom in on that, that is an aerial photo that was taken December 15th. So this is the current state of where we are. And just to orient you, 140 is kind of right here. Fin and Feather Sports is over here. You can see this is Holy Angels Church in the background. This is the town hall. So we're coming down 140. The VFW's here, and this is looking down across our parking lot to the front of the building. It's a very long, skinny building to fit along the side of the site. Center Brook runs just behind it. So you're going to come off of 140. You're going to pull into this parking lot. This door here is the library entrance, and the bulk of the library collection is under this roof section. Our children's area and our children's program room is down this end with, as you said, the door that goes right out to the playground there. And this door is the entrance directly to the Council on Aging side. And the two windows that face 140, this sort of large room, that's the great room where they would serve meals and hold programs and do events and things.
Now, that had to have been taken from a helicopter, right?
It was a drone, actually.
Were you up there?
No, I wasn't flying it, no. We have a couple drone photographers that have been taking pictures for the town. Periodically. They did some nice ones where it was just sort of the framing. And this picture and all the aerial photos, they're available on the library website. So if you go to uptonlibrary.org, that's our main homepage, there's a picture and a link on there that says Community Center Progress. And that goes to this a website where I've been archiving all these pictures.
That is a heck of a picture.
The drone photography is amazing. What they can do now.
They used to get up in helicopters. Remember, not that long ago, and they would. I was trying to picture Matthew up on a helicopter taking it, but it could be done.
No, they're up there with the drone and taking the pictures. There's a whole series of these. You can see the building kind of go from the ground up.
All right, what else have you got?
All right, well, this one I wanted to show is a nice comparison. So this is the current state, an actual photograph. This was the rendering that our architects did. So we went to town meeting in May of 21 to ask for the funding. I don't know if you remember, that was a town meeting where we all had to sit outside because of COVID. And we did the ballot vote and the town meeting vote that approved the funding for the project. And this was the rendering. And I like to, now that we're at this stage in the project, kind of compare these two and show that, our architect, T2 Architecture, who we've been working with, did a really nice rendering. If you hold these up, there's a few little changes. The playground is a little bit different. There's like a window or two that got changed. But it's been neat over the last 13 months to see the actual site turn into what we had planned. So that's there. And I didn't know how much of the building we wanted to get into, but this is the floor plan. Okay. This is actually the furniture plan, so it shows where each chair and things are.
The far right is senior center.
So this is the great room. That's where they would do their meals. This is the kitchen. I'll walk through this a little bit, but I just wanted to let everyone know.
You can see it.
If you can't see it too well, you can't pause your screen.
Can you get it? Is it any? He's got it.
This is on that website as well. So if you go to uptonlibrary.org, click on Community Center Progress, and you can get to this. Or walk into the library and say hi to whoever's at the circulation desk, and we can give you a copy. So this is the parking lot is here. 140 is on this side. The playground is on this end. So this is the main library entrance. This is the main senior center entrance. We have sort of our offices in the front, and then this part of the building has a nice high open roof. All the library stacks in here. This is the children's area. There's a children's play area here.
Matt, are those windows up top there? What are those?
Those are what they call a clear story or a light monitor. So those that you can see when you're driving past and they're sort of lit up at night, those are along the peak right here, and they just let natural light into the space. So it'll be just a nice, bright, natural area.
Now
there's one above the great room.
This is like reversed from the picture because over. No, wait a minute. It's a reverse, I think.
I can put it up. Yes. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So in this is drawn. They like to have. Let's see. This is the west side. So the north side is there, and the drone. The drone was looking at it from this side, so it was reversed.
That's
good eye.
How many aisles of books? I mean, do you have any idea that they're going to be?
I do. So this is about the collection size is about 40% more than what we have now. So it's 140%.
Oh, wow.
So not double, but certainly a big increase. And I didn't bring it with me, but I do have downstairs a little plan where we're sort of planning out. Okay, this shelf is going to be the large print books, and then we're going to go into fiction here, and we're going to have our audio-visual collection here where you can kind of walk through, and then this side it gets a little, we go down in age, right? So we have the young adults, and then the preteens, and then the juvenile fiction, and then
Would there be
the
a
little
cute
board
section
books.
for the kids like we kind of have over here at the library?
Yes, this section down here is, we call it the children's play area.
Okay.
So it's an open space. It's got a table, a couple chairs for parents to sit in, and then under this window there's little cubbies that we can put manipulatives and toys, so they can sit there and build something with Legos or put a puzzle together.
Are there going to be like
blocks.
rooms where you can actually, those little rooms you can shut the door and tutor someone, that type of thing?
Yeah, that's one of the big, because we don't have that now.
Yeah.
We've never had it here. I actually have been reserving Grafton Library for one of their tutoring rooms, but we will have those. We have 3 rooms right here, kind of closer to the Council on Aging side. These are single person, and this one is a 2-person, where you can you'll be able to go on our website and just reserve it for an hour or two. whether you want to do tutoring or you have to meet someone.
Great. That's what I've been hoping for.
Yeah.
Well, other than that, I had to go to Grafton or Westboro, or not Westboro, Northboro.
Mm-hmm.
Will there be some easy chairs like these, kind of set off so people can kind of read alone? Will there
Yes.
be?
Yeah, we have a whole variety of seating. So this whole wall, it looks out towards Centerbrook and towards Holy Angels is kind of across the brook here.
Yeah.
And if you drive past, now that these windows enter, you can see this whole wall is almost all windows.
Yeah.
And then right in front of it, we have a whole variety of seating. So
I love
some of these sections are, a counter that you would sit at.
Yeah.
There's some benches. And those will all just be open. It's casual, informal. You don't have to reserve it. Take your laptop and your cup of coffee and sit there and look out the windows.
This
and
is great.
Write your novel or do your work or whatever you need to do. And then there's some easy, these are lounge chairs that are a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
There's some seating sections here. There's a little seating area. This is the senior center lounge where they'll be able to just sort of sit and have a coffee and chat with whoever walks in.
You do programs at the center. You have, what's it called? Trivia.
Trivia. Our trivia night has been super fun.
Yeah.
The last couple months. We do it every month. And it's just a video trivia that we put on, and people put their answers down. And so all that stuff is going to move to this building, and it'll make it so much easier to have both departments do joint programs and do things together.
Is this why they're calling it the community center? Because it's engulfing just about everything.
Yes. I try to watch my language. I try to always say community center because it's very easy to say, oh, it's the library.
Yeah.
It's the library building.
Or just the senior center.
Right.
I know the people going into this, I think the senior center, in a trivia night, do you have different age groups come in? Or is it mainly our seniors?
Trivia right now is mainly seniors because we're holding it, in the actual Council on Aging, but almost all the programs we do in here should be, intergenerational, multi-age.
Will you have more book groups?
Yes, I need to restart my book group. I want to do a nonfiction book group.
Yeah.
And not only the library programs that we host, but these rooms will be available, right? We have this 24-person classroom. We have an 8-person conference room. And those will be available for groups to reserve. So if you have a book group or you want to start a book group and maybe you don't want to hold it in your home, you have another spot that you could come and reserve.
Presentation? I know like over at, is it like at Westboro or Northboro, they have a room for presentations in the library. Like if somebody came over and they wanted to give a presentation on beading or science fiction or something, will that be big enough for something like that?
Absolutely. We have a couple options. So this classroom down the end is up to 24 capacity. Yeah. And then this is the great room. And that goes, I think, up to 91. They finally rated it at.
And that's in the Elder Center.
Right. So again, this is why I say it's a blended building because even though this classroom's on this end, we want the Council on Aging to use it. So the whole building's available for both departments to use.
So everybody's open to everybody.
Yeah. So this end, that's where the COA offices are. That's where most of their functions are. Yeah. And same thing, the library on this end. But the idea is the entire building would be available for use for all departments. So you could definitely do a lecture or exercise classes or anything you want in that room. We're
talking with Matthew Bachtold, and he is our director at the Upton Town Library here in little old Upton, Massachusetts. If you're watching from out of the state, out of the country, this is pretty exciting for us people here in this town of Upton. We're not too far from Worcester. If you look at the Massachusetts, and look for Worcester in the middle, look a little down to the right, and you'll see little old Upton. What's that one?
Oh, I just love this photograph, so I just wanted to put it back up. Yes, this is the aerial photograph from a few weeks ago.
Maroon, Matt? What is that color on the building? Maroon and cream?
I've been calling it red, but I'm sure that the designers have a specific color for it. Yeah. But this is the final color. It's reddish, and then we have gray trim, and these shingles are a white cedar shingle. Yeah. So that's a natural color, and that will sort of age and weather over time.
Yeah. Do you know the footage of this whole building?
Yes, the entire building is just over 15,000 square feet. It's 15,100 or so, and a lot of people ask, is there a second floor? No, there's not. It's all on one floor.
on one floor.
There's a little bit of an attic mezzanine, but that's just for mechanical space and
That's
HVAC and stuff.
Yeah. So you wouldn't have to worry about. Will there be a ramp, or just somebody in a wheelchair can just go right in?
Just go right in. So this is all, this is the sidewalk along there. These are the accessible parking spots, so you can park there, get onto the sidewalk, and then you can go right in. And keeping it to one story, we decided that early on in the design process, and
that was a great decision.
It makes it easier.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about an elevator.
Nope.
You don't have to worry about having staff on 2 floors.
Yeah.
And we did have a two-story design at one point, and then there was a lot of discussion over, well, who goes on the second floor, right? You don't want to put the council on aging up top, and then maybe you don't want the kids going up top. So everyone wanted to be on the first floor.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we said, let's just
I know over
design
at
it that
Menden.
way.
You've seen the Menden one, right? Over the Taft lift.
Yes.
They've got the kids, which I don't quite get. But anyway, the kids are on the first floor, and the place for magazines and stuff like that. And then you go downstairs, and it's almost like in the basement is young adults and adults. I mean, it's okay, but it was just, I thought, why? You'd think the seniors and the other adults would be upstairs, and the kids, they can walk right in from the back door.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thing.
Yeah, well, Menden, that was a renovation, right?
from the church?
From an existing building, an existing church.
Yeah.
And renovation designs are always a little more challenging than new construction.
Matthew, how can they get a hold of you?
Oh, anyone that wants to reach me at the Upton Town Library, you can drop in and see us down here.
Yeah.
You can call us. Our phone number is 508-529-6272. You can also always email me directly. My email address is mbachtol@cwmars.org, and that's on our website, uptonlibrary.org. It's also on the Town of Upton website if you go to the library section.
So May 1st will be the day the doors open to everybody.
That's what we are aiming for. There's a few things out there that could delay that. If the heating system doesn't quite get turned on or the generator doesn't quite get delivered on time.
Yeah.
But we are aiming for that. There'll be a lot of exterior work in April. They'll come back and they'll put in all the plantings and the final finishes on the exterior. So May 1st is what we're
So on May
aiming
1st, if it
for.
opens, are there going to be balloons and food? And
So that'll be the June 14th.
Yeah.
If you want to be part of the grand opening that celebrates the accomplishments of the town, I think on May 1st we'll be happy if we can open the doors and have all our equipment working and have the collection available for people to browse and come in and use the space.
Matthew, is there still? I was always amazed to know through the years that a person could borrow. This can't be true. Up to 50 books.
We get that question a lot. Usually it's the younger kids, they'll come up and say, how many books can I take? Our official limit is 50, and it's been that way for a while. The practical answer is whatever you can read in 3 weeks.
Oh, brother.
But the 50 limit, the 50 limit was there. We have educators that use our collection. We have homeschool groups that use our collection. We, parents. If you've got 4 kids in your family and they all want to read 10 books a week, you can hit 50 without too much trouble.
If you can get them to read, they're busy, with their little gizmo. And then I know my 2 little grandkids. I'm trying to, almost like a Christmas, whatever, I'm trying to give them books, because I know they're whizzes at that computer. I'm like, no, come over here, because being able to read like that someday is going to hold you in good stead. You may not think so now, but reading, how do you beat it? Some people want that. What's that handheld thing what's it called when you're reading on a little machine?
E-readers?
Yeah. But what fun is that? I mean, you can't smell a new book, you can't feel it, but you can't just have it for your own. It's like, I have a friend who swears by it, and I'm like, how dull. I mean, I want to have to hold it.
Yeah, they have some advantages. A physical hardcover book, you get that tactile experience. You you can sort of flip pages and browse things.
Yeah.
But the e-readers are nice too. They're portable. They have a lot of information. You can do things like make the font size
Yeah.
bigger. You can change the lighting. So
Yeah.
we say we're happy as long as you're reading, right?
Yep.
If you want to listen to an ebook, that's fine. If you want to do an e-reader, that's fine. If you want the physical hard copy, it's all good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like a kid in a candy shop. Go to a library. Go to Barnes & Noble. I mean, I could spend hours and have in those places. Are you going to have a separate section, and I love this, for the used books to be bought?
Yes, the Friends of the Library will still have their ongoing used bookshelf. And I'm actually going to we have a local carpenter whose name is Bill Andrews, and he has volunteered to build us a very nice display case and build the Friends of the Library their bookshelves and a bench. So right when you come in the library, we will have Bill Andrews' lovely woodwork. If you want to see what he's capable of, our current circulation desk he built for us.
Is he the one, or was it a Boy Scout who somebody built downstairs? When you walk in, everybody's at the desk.
Mm-hmm.
Who built that?
That desk where we check your books out, Bill Andrews built that for us.
Okay, he did that too.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna miss that. Is it going to be bigger though for you if at the new place?
The circulation desk is a little bit bigger. They did redesign it a little bit. There were a few things that they had to make sure met accessibility standards that were, a couple inches too high. What I'm hoping to do is we have an area in the community center we're calling the business center.
Yeah.
It's kind of a nook where we'll have the public printer if you need to, fax or scan or copy anything. And I think on one side of that, we're going to try to take Bill Andrews' very lovely cherry wood cedar desk, circulation desk he made for us. We're going to try to relocate that into that space, so at least we still have a
I know
piece
that
of
they
it.
have a space here, and I guess at most for the local authors. Will you have a special like here to have that too?
We will. That collection will come with us, and actually right now, because of our space issues, that collection is inside my children's librarian's office. And when we move, we'll be able to get that out into the regular stacks. It's actually going to be right near some of the public computers, so that'll be a lot more visible.
Computers. How many are you going to have?
We have, so the building has space for up to, 8, 10, up to 11.
Wow.
Yeah, we won't have that many when we move in.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably have 7 when we move in.
Yeah.
But we have space to add more, and I know that the trustees have asked me to look at if we can get a variety of different types of computers. Like right now, we don't have any Macintosh computers, so they asked me to look if we could get an Apple
Yeah. I know
device
we have
in there.
Apples at home. This is how I learned to use a computer. At the time, I had a lawyer, and this guy, I could call until the sky turns purple, and he would not return my calls. But I noticed that he said something about emails. So that was my motivation, and it was urgent. The case was very serious. So for about a month or two, I would go from library to library so they wouldn't get frustrated with me. And I would ask them, how do I get this going, and how do I do this? It took me a while. But once I got it, I had to be motivated because I could have cared less. And I love it now. I really do. And a lot of people don't own a computer. A friend of mine, she uses our Upton library computer. And I think it's awesome. Not everybody can afford it.
Yeah, we're really happy to be able to provide that, access. Internet access now is almost it's almost a requirement if you want to apply for a job, or, I help people get hunting permits and, fishing licenses and things. That's all online now. And, even though we have pretty high connectivity rates, even if you say, 90% of the households have internet in their home, 10% of Upton is still a lot of people.
I know,
So,
I know. What will your hours be? Same as now? Or?
It's a little bit of a moving target. What I'd like to do, and I think my trustee board has initially approved, we're going to try to expand our hours by 1 hour a day. Mm-hmm. So right now we open at 10 on a weekday, and we close at 8 on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we're 10 to 4 on Friday and Saturday. We're going to try to just change all those 10s to 9s, so we'll be 9 o'clock to 8 o'clock Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then 9 to 4 Friday, Saturday. And that will also match the Council on Aging. That's when they open. The senior center is at 9.
Any chance that you'll ever be open on a Sunday or a Monday?
Sunday, probably not. It takes a pretty good sized budget to get Sunday hours for a library. But Monday, we've been closed Monday for a very long time. It was just we decided we'd rather have longer hours than Monday hours. But I think there's a pretty good chance we may look at Monday hours.
That's pretty good. You know what's great about the library? We've got just a couple minutes. What's great about it is you can call, right? I've done this many times. And I say, there's a particular book I'm looking for, whatever. And if you have it, can we order it? And it's so easy. You just say, okay, let's say it's Monkey Climbs the Hill by June Smith or something. And Matt or somebody else at the desk will look it up for you. And if you don't carry it, you can go through the CW Mars. Is it beyond even now the CW Mars?
We can go beyond. There's a couple steps. Yep. There's our collection. Then there's the CW Mars collection, which is Central and Western Massachusetts libraries that all share.
Yeah.
And now they have a one step larger, which goes to all of Massachusetts. So that pulls in Boston Public Library. It pulls in the Cape, and then 999 times out of 1,000, that system gets what you want. If you have some specialized book, we can then do an even wider loan and go countrywide and get things. Actually, I got a book from Prince Edward Island once. They
came here for something?
They mailed me a book. I was so impressed with that library. I found it in their collection. I called them up and they said, "Oh yeah, we'd love to loan it to you." And they sent it right over.
And they got. I've seen in action. I'll bet the delivery guy that brings that trolley full of books. How often does he come a week?
He comes every day. We're open, so we get 5 deliveries. He'll be glad
there's no stairs anymore, because I have held that door for him many times, and I said, "How do you do this?" I remember there was an elderly gentleman who used to do it. I think there's a new fellow now, but I bet they're like, "Oh, thank God, they don't have to worry about stairs going in." Matt, thank you for being with us.
Thank you, and I hope everyone learned something about the library. And when we open May or June, please come down, because it will be a whole new experience for the town of Upton.
And you're open right now. Now, are you going to close like a week ahead or anything like that?
We'll probably have a 1 week or a 2 week period where we have really limited services while we're moving.
Because you've got to get the books open. Have you got enough help, volunteers in town to help you do this?
Yes, I think in the project we've got the moving covered.
All right.
We may reach out if we have some little projects that people can help us do.
So if somebody wants to help you with this, they can come in here and say, "Put my name down if you need to call." Okay, so you can help them out, because they got a lot of stuff to move.
Yeah. And the Friends of the Library, if you're interested in doing some volunteering, in library services, the Friends of the Library are always looking for more members.
Yeah, if somebody has a nice SUV van for pickup that can help, I can picture it. They load them up and bring them on over. That would be awesome.
Yeah, we're hoping to not actually have to ask community members to carry books around, but there's other thing, we've got bulletin boards you can help maintain, and book sale donations that you can work on. So,
do you have now? Are you going to have an upcoming book sale in May like you usually do?
Yes, the Friends are aiming for May 13th.
May 13th, the book sale. Okay.
That's a tentative date, and
at the new place, right?
We're hoping it's in the new place. Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be fun, because those book sales are a blast. You buy the bag for $20, is it? How much is it, your bag?
So their tote bag deal is $20. You get the Friends of the Library tote bag, and you fill it with as much stuff as you can fit.
And believe me, you can break your back carrying them. Thank you, Matthew. It's going to be exciting. A new library, a new community center, we'll put it that way, right here in Upton for everybody to enjoy, and I know I can't wait. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Jan.
We'll see you next time and be my guest.
Riding on a shooting star, heading out toward a dream. Tomorrow's even closer than it seems.